I don't care what you guys think about Sword Art Online. Man, I love that anime. Okay, not necessarily all of the anime, but certain parts of the anime. And admittedly, I do wish that they'd stretch the Aincrad arc out a little bit more. But regardless, this anime has some of the best waifus I have ever seen. And Asuna, in my opinion, is the most bae waifu of them all. Okay, wait, you know what? Actually, before we go any further into this video, who is your favorite waifu? Or, you know what? Not even necessarily waifu. Who is your favorite husbando, if you prefer that? Let me know why down in the comments below, and I will go ahead and pin the comment with the best response. Now, I know you guys have been eagerly anticipating a Sword Art MMO. It's probably the most requested MMO of all time. Yet all we get are single player or very limited multiplayer RPGs, which, while perfectly fine and plenty of fun in their own right, they just don't really provide us with what we want out of them. Waifus, or husbandos, or both. So you guys can imagine my surprise when I saw that Phantasy Star Online 2 and Sword Art Online are actually holding a huge crossover event. Yep, Sega actually announced this, I think it was earlier today or last night. After almost a decade of being online, we are finally getting one of the greatest crossovers in the history of the genre. Although, it is worth noting that unfortunately this does not apply to the global incarnation of the game, but rather the Japanese version, which is still very, very popular considering the release outside of Japan. The Sword Art crossover event will take place in December 2020 and will add both Kirito and Asuna to the game along with weapon skins and various lobby actions. Now, a brand new trailer was released for this crossover event, and you know what? We're gonna go ahead and take a quick look at it. Now, I am going to preface this by stating that this does have audio, but I'm not sure if it's going to be copyrighted, so I'm uncertain of whether or not I should include the audio. But you know what? I like to live life on the edge, right? So let's just go ahead and do it. Worst case scenario, I have to re-record this segment of the video. Oh, that's it. That's all of it. Real quick though, this right here, that would make for some amazing wallpaper art. Like, you guys gotta agree, right? But yeah, that right there was the trailer, which, you know what, honestly, did not even really feel like much of a trailer. That felt much more like a teaser to me. It didn't really show anything other than the key illustrations, which I guess stands to reason as we're still a little ways off from having the event functional in game. I'm well aware that plenty of players play the global, the international version of the game, but there are still plenty of English-speaking players that never left the Japanese incarnation of PSO2 because of the sheer time invested into it. We just got episode 5 a few weeks ago, so players are still playing through all of the content that episode 5 brought with it, and episode 6 is actually slated for release before this year ends, which is not very far off. Then we'll get to go into 2021 with the brand new PSO2 New Genesis MMO while waiting on Blue Protocol. This is more than enough of a reason to come back to PSO2 if you've been absent for a while, and although this Sword Art Online collaboration with the Japanese version of the game is releasing exclusively for the Japanese version of the game, I'd like to note that it does not mean that we won't get it as well somewhere down the line. We've gotten various different collabs already with more to come in the future. I mean, you know, granted, there are plenty that we haven't gotten as well, so I guess in the grand scheme of things, we're just kind of gonna have to wait and see how this all ends up going. Regardless, once episode 6 launches, we are going to finally be hopping back into PSO2 and streaming it over on our Twitch channel at twitch.tv/MMOByte if you guys are interested in coming on over and joining our guilds, our alliance thing, you know, the big group content that you could do together. I'm just gonna say guilds because that's generally what it is in games. We currently play on ship 2 and we'll be going back to ship 2 once we go back to PSO2. But that's just my opinion, my impressions of this big collaboration event. I am excited for it. I will totally jump into the Japanese version of PSO2 just to take a look and see what the game, or rather see what the collaboration is like. Does it look like something that you guys would like to have ported on over to the international version of the game? Let me know down in the comments below and let's talk about it. Don't forget to comment who your favorite husbando or waifu is either for your chance to have your comment picked. pinned. Anyway, guys, that is it for me. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe for more content like this. I'll see you guys next time.
Someday soon, I'm gonna make